Previously on Vampyr. After another contentious encounter with his maker, Jonathan visits Lady Ashbury in the West End, where he learns that Lord Redgrave, the head of the Ascalon Club, would like to meet him. And now, Vampyr, Episode 21. Okay, so here we are in Dr. Reid's apartment. Lonely because his mother is dead. So we're gonna have a look around the apartment. Looks like maybe some family members there in that picture. Make sure. Let's see, some shotgun shells in here. Those are probably full. Okay. Oh, what? Hey. Wonder if that... Hey, can I... What? Hey. There's a guy in my house. Supposing that's my mom's butler? This isn't the same room. Okay, so... This is where my mom has been this whole time. Oh! Somebody's speaking to me. Avery. Yeah, Avery's probably who I just saw. Just take a moment to loot my own house. Okay. Aubrey Reid's first letter. So this is from my mother. My dear and beloved John, when you receive this letter, you will be 35 and I'll be long gone. I feel a little silly writing you this first letter that you won't read for a few years. I struggled for a long time about how best to write you this, until I remembered the puzzle and riddles I invented for you when you were a boy. Oh, how you loved to solve those enigmas. Well, I found it would be a good idea to propose to you one final game. It will probably be less rewarding. No candies or exotic treasures for you if you decipher the game this time. But a greater treasure, perhaps, the truth. This is my only attempt to explain why I chose to leave my family without an explanation. If you want to know why... Oh, wait. Aubrey Reid. Aubrey. That's probably my dad. That's a boy's name. If you want to know why, simply play my little game. It's really up to you, my son. Rest assured that I love you. I promise my family was and still is everything to me. I remember the first time I held you and your sister in my arms. My treasures, my jewels. To see you grow up, play, and laugh filled my heart with joy every time I went back to our home. I could have killed to protect you, my son, my daughter, my wife. But fate found me in the end, and I had to make a tough decision. The worst was to disappear without a word. I decided to do it anyway, and soon I'll be gone for good. I don't ask for forgiveness, but for understanding. If you want to know more, all you have to do is remember how happy we were back in those days. If you want to find the next message, think green grass and tall trees on sunny Sundays. From your affectionate father, Aubrey Reid.
I remember Sunday walks in the park.
Okay, so that's triggered an investigation where I will apparently get to figure out what happened to my father, who, it seems, abandoned me when I was younger. Okay, let's see. Now, I heard Avery spoke to me. Did he go in this room again? Let me in! Yeah, that's gotta be him. In there. But I apparently cannot get to him. I do want to talk to... Oh, okay. I want to talk to you.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan, I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, you have come back too late, sir. Far too late.
I know, Avery. I know about Mary and my mother.
I'm so sorry. It was my duty to watch over her. She left the house in the middle of the night. The police said...
It's all right, Avery.
The police said her body was found near your sister's grave in Whitechapel. You're the master of the house now. I'd understand if you fired me, sir.
Probably not going to fire you, but let's see. You've got bronchitis. I don't know if I have a cure for that.
Do you need medical attention, Avery?
I won't refuse, sir. I don't feel that good these days.
Okay, I do.
Here is your prescription. You'll feel better soon enough.
Thank you very much, sir.
Now, he is mesmerized level 4, so I can't eat him. I might not want to eat a family friend anyway, but I don't know. I feel like I definitely want to eat some people. Because I've come to a place where I'm pretty underpowered. All right. Tell me about Mary's funeral. Even though I was there, I'd like to hear what you have to say.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir. But your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I am sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
All right, and how about my mother's funeral? Yeah, you know, Mary killed her. Has she been buried yet?
What are the arrangements for my mother's funeral?
Okay.
There
No,
will be
good.
no funeral, sir. No ceremony whatsoever, because of the sanitary situation.
Where is her body, then?
I'm afraid your mother's body was moved to a mass grave somewhere. I have no other information. Civil service is paralyzed, sir, and London is crumbling down.
You've got that right. Okay, so I've seen the docks and Whitechapel, and I've seen the hospital. What's going on around here where folks are richer?
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
Good, because I don't want to take care of this place. What was it like while I was gone?
How was life in this house while I was away?
It was sad, sir. Miss Mary moved here in July after she lost her baby and husband. So I stayed to serve both her and your mother.
Okay, how was my mother?
How was my mother?
Miss Reid was very frail. After Miss Mary was found dead, your mother started talking to herself. She said she was speaking to the dead. She even said that she had seen you.
Huh, interesting.
How was Mary?
Miss Mary went out looking for you every night after you had written to say that you were coming back. She was sure you were alive. She'll never know she was right.
She knows.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I lived.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
Well, if I hadn't come back, Mary might still be alive.
Considering the recent tragedies in this family, I'd understand if you want to leave or decide to serve another house.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
You expect better than my mother got?
Do you really think I neglected my mother, Avery?
Yes.
I see. Well, please go on. Speak freely. It's not as if there is anything left to treasure in this house.
Just like your father. You always had this capacity to focus only on what interests you. It surely helped you become a great doctor, but not such a great son.
I went to fight in a war.
I found an old letter written by my father and addressed to me. Do you know anything about it, Avery?
Your father wanted me to give you this letter for your 35th birthday, but you left for the war, and the letter remained in his office. Until tonight.
I realize now you knew my father better than I did. Do you know why he left, Avery? Did he ever speak to you about his departure?
No, sir. Mr. Reid was not exactly forthcoming. Perhaps this letter will give you the information you require.
All right.
Thank you, Avery. We'll talk later.
Your bedroom is ready as always. Good night, sir.
Okay. All right, so this is my house. Let's see. Okay, so this is the front. The pretty feather. Let's have a look around. It might be good to meet some of the people in the district. I wonder if any of them know me.
The Ascalon Club. The heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected. Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reid. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother
Oh.
taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Econs. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte.
Wait, are you a vampire too? Because Lady Ashbury's old. And you're... Okay, I'm just gonna ask questions. Oh, I've no hints yet. Okay. Okay, yes. Duh, she's adopted. All right, let's hear about that.
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
How did you meet? A rich vampiress?
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Econ, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
Was it the blood on her jowls?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see. And one day, I'll have my death to face.
Okay. So yeah, what do you do around
What
here?
are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
That's a very good question.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reid. And please, don't tell my mother.
I won't for now.
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
So your mother appreciates me. That's good news. I rather appreciate her as well. What has she said about me? Please tell me.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously, and the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reid? Or you?
I mean, I did kill my sister by accident, but I'm okay now. I'm pretty good at calculating who I'm gonna eat.
Of course not. You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reid.
Oh boy. All right, give me the skinny on what's going on in the West
What do you
End.
think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
I did.
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reid?
All right, the subject of my wank bank is not up for discussion.
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
All right, I unlocked a hint, I think. Yes.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. She could have been adopting for a long
Goodbye,
time.
Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Perhaps. I do think I should go run down your friend right away. She sounds like she could be in some trouble. That, I think right there is, let's see. Emily's house is down here. And that's the Ascalon Club. I'm not gonna do the Ascalon Club yet. I'd like to meet whoever I can around here. Get the lay of the land before I do that. What's this? West Enders must unite. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them control you. They are among us. They lust after your soul. Vampires are real. Defend your community. This public warning leaflet has been financed and distributed by Mr. C. Crossley. For more information, please contact him directly and attend his next public lecture. That's fascinating. I also do want to, at some point, dig into the letter my father left me. Looks like this building is where I might find Emily. Okay, can't go in there. Let's see. Or go up. Alright, none of these are ways to go. Let's see if I can see any people. I don't understand why I can't blink up there. I want to be careful because I'm going into another district here. But can I go to her house around the corner? It's a skull. Okay, yeah, I've just gotten further away. Alright, so let's see. Let's try to go around this way. Possibly in here. Somebody in there.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Jonathan, is that you?
Venus.
I did not know you were back in London. Oh, my dear Johnny. I'm so sorry for your loss. Mary was such a sweetheart.
Thank you, Venus. May I come in?
I was going to bed, actually.
You better let me in.
Forgive me. With the epidemic, I tend to forget people are supposed to sleep at night.
I'll tell you what. Come back tomorrow for tea. I'll be glad to see you then.
Well, I'll definitely be asleep because I'm a vampire. All right. Let's see. There's really not many people around here. Oh, Clarence Crossley. Okay, let me pause for a second. He's the guy who's giving the lecture about vampires. Let's see if he can tell that I'm a vampire, because Ichabod definitely couldn't. Hi.
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Oh, come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
Okay, so you've got a migraine. You're edible. Alright, and we know each other. Okay, so... Okay, they're married, Venus Crossley and Clarence Crossley. Alright, let's see if I can...
Do you need medical assistance, Clarence?
Give him
It's a little
a...
late for visiting hours, don't you think?
Take
What
your
can I
drugs.
say? I haven't lost my old habits.
I hope we're talking about the same habits, old friend.
Yeah, I read your note about vampires.
Tell me what you have discovered about vampires, Clarence.
They've always been here. And if you search for long enough, you realize others know about these devils too. I'm not alone.
Have you shared your research with anybody else?
No. But I've published my leaflets all across the city, hoping that someday someone will realize I'm printing the truth.
Yeah, what do you mean you're not alone?
What do you mean you're not alone? Who have you met?
The Guard of Prewyn, the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, Ichabod Throgmorton. Those names always pop up when you dig deep enough.
Have you spoken with any of them?
No. With the quarantine, it's almost impossible to leave the West End. But as a doctor, maybe you could, Johnny.
Are you asking me to help you prove the existence of vampires, Clarence?
Yes, Johnny. Please, gather all the information you can find about vampires and bring it to me. You're the only friend I have left. I need you.
Interesting. Yeah, how's Venus? I saw her, but she wouldn't let me in.
How's your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other, and so many things have happened.
Yeah, you guys having some trouble?
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
Yeah, but you survived the war. A lot of women didn't get their husbands
But you're
back.
alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
You do look a little rough, my friend. Okay, let's hear about your leaflets.
Clarence, why have you distributed leaflets about vampires all across the West End?
I have to warn everybody about them. They've killed thousands of people already, unnoticed thanks to the epidemic. We are all in danger here.
Vampires in London? Come on, Clarence. Who's going to believe that?
I'm not mad, Jonathan. You have to believe me. I know they are real. They're all around us, even as we speak.
Okay. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna... Maybe I can... I don't want him to get targeted by anybody, and get himself killed.
Clarence, I'm your friend, so I'm not going to judge you. But think about your wife, your family. You're in pain, and you need help. I can help you.
I don't need a doctor, Jonathan. I need my best friend to trust me.
Oh, buddy. Okay. Well... Yeah, when did you get
When
back?
did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
Okay.
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't want to sound selfish.
Oh, you're not selfish, just, you know. Well, that's a bummer. He's... My friend there is not doing very well. Let's see. Just trying to find a way... Oh, that's right. I had kind of been looking at the entrances here to see if I could find a way into the building. Is there like a basement entrance, maybe? Yeah, I don't see any person in there, but it says I'm very close by to her. There's Venus again. Good old Venus. I wonder if I have to maybe access Venus's house to get up on her balcony or something so that I can get across, maybe? Alright, well, since I am not having any luck getting into Emily's place or finding her, perhaps I should go ahead and go to the Ascalon Club. Maybe I'll just bop in here. See the Ascalon Club. Alright, let's see who these bastards are.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reid. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
Wow. You guys don't... Wow, you don't clean up after yourselves very well.
There has been quite a battle here.
Huh.
I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reid.
I'm not gonna get any information out of you, am I? Very tight-lipped fellow. I will take all the money out of your drawers. Just have myself a little look around before I go upstairs. Very hoity-toity. Ooh, a suit of armor. Wonder if any of the vampires are old enough that that actually belongs to them. Alright, well, I guess it's bad form to go, rummaging in a noble's house. Oh! Why am I'm leaving. Why am I leaving? Oh, okay, this is kind of an outer courtyard? Is this the other side? Is this the way I came? No, it doesn't appear so. Okay. Alright, well, before I go back in, I picked up a piece of paper. Is that... Ah, Story of Ascalon. There it is. Okay. The Ascalon Club is an association of gentlemen secretly aiming for the protection of the Crown's interests. I founded it in 1837. Okay, so it's like not even 100 years old yet. To honor and perpetuate the legacy of my maker, William Marshall, the first Earl of Pembroke and the true protector of England. All the members of the club must be of good extraction and flawless moral fiber. Since the club accepts mortal members who will be duly observed and valued as proper candidates for immortality, the goal of the club is to impose respectable traditions and behaviors amongst the good vampire society, but also to promote and expand the imperial hegemony of England. We are the true elite of British society. We are Ascalon, the holy lance held by St. George, protector of England, when the saints slew the dragon. As lance bearers ourselves, we vow to defend the Empire's interests. From the Law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave, founder. Okay, so they haven't been around terribly long. All right, up the stairs. Ooh, a good dagger. I like my truncheon, though.
It's locked.
Can't go in there. Hello? Anyone here? No? Allow me to just loot your cabinets, then. A little friendly game of cards here. Opium. I guess that's not terribly surprising. Oh.
Good evening. We repel the intruders for now.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reid. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Here, here, here!
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reid. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reid.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
I like her. Don't you talk bad about her.
She's a close friend, and I'm honored that she feels the same about me.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Yeah, why are you suddenly
Why
so
are
friendly?
you suddenly so friendly? The last time I met one of yours, he tried to kill me.
Are you referring to Fergal? He was the most useful of servants, but he was just a servant. You, on the other hand, Doctor, proved yourself much more worthy.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End? Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reid, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
I don't like this guy, man. But I wonder if I can get information out of him, though. Wonder if he knows.
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reid. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Okay.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
Okay. Let's first hear what I have to do as a member.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
I already did that in the army.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
So why no official recognition then? Yeah, do I have to do what I'm told?
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members. And I do appreciate obedience.
That rubs me a little the wrong way. Okay.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all Scals. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
I really don't want to join. Do I have to?
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reid, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
So wait, am I actually signing something in blood? That's where you poke? Why not a fingertip? Well, I guess you're a vampire. It's fine. Oh.
Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reid. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Ugh, these guys are some smarmy bastards. Next time on Vampyr. If you're enjoying this Ferocious Tater Tot Let's Play, please do hit the tot to subscribe. Thank you, and have a lovely day.